Hello guys, and welcome back to a thrilling game of X-Wing about to happen. I'm Steven.
And I'm Zach.
And we have Dallas Parker on the left facing off against David Bergstrom on the right, and this is the second match of the top 4 at Worlds for 2013. Fantastic event for X-Wing. I think this is actually a big showcase of X-Wing. One of the first real, at Worlds it just felt so official. And these are the best players, you know. These are the ones.
This is the second World Championship, but at the first one there were very few ships out. I think it was just the Wave 1. So the player count here was huge. The ships available, it felt like we have the full game to choose from here. And it was a really epic event.
Absolutely epic. I remember watching a few of these games as they were taking place and just getting caught in them, essentially. I'd be walking by, I kind of was taking it easy on this day, and I'd be walking by, and then 30 minutes would go by, and it's like, oh, I've been watching X-Wing for half an hour.
Absolutely.
Both Dallas and David running TIE Swarms. We're going to bring them up here. They are pretty similar, but different in very important ways, as you might imagine. On the left there, we have a bunch of Academy pilots, just your basic TIE fighters on Dallas's end. He's actually got 5 of those guys, and then Dark Curse for one of his named, and then Howlrunner with Stealth Device and Determination for his other named. And of course, you're going to see Howlrunner in every one of these lists. No surprises there.
He's the most included in every TIE Swarm.
Absolutely. Let's look at the other side. Zach, what do you think of the choice for Obsidians over Academies here?
It's a really interesting choice. I mean, they each have the same number of ships, which is good for the Obsidian player. He's overall got more, a higher pilot skill going on.
Yeah.
And obviously you like to attack first, but that also means that you're moving second. So Dallas on the left has real potential to make it where David can't take actions. Depends. I mean, TIE Swarm against TIE Swarm is just ugly. But I would lean towards having a higher pilot skill. Now, it's important to note Howlrunner has both sides, so it gets really foggy. If you can't focus...
both sides Stealth Device.
Yeah, if David can't focus because Dallas gets in the way, it could be a real nightmare.
Yeah, so we got the Obsidians over there on David's end, choosing to upgrade those basic TIE fighters, going with Backstabber over Dark Curse. Backstabber, a little bit more of a solo player, generally, kind of running interference most of the time. And then, of course, Howlrunner also with a Stealth Device, but not having Determination. So he's a little bit less safe than the Dallas Howlrunner, but at the same time, I think they're both probably close in that category.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Determination is really just I have a point left, and I may as well use it. It's helpful sometimes. A decent percentage of damage cards are pilot. I think it's about a third of the deck, but it's not enough to really rely on. You still take the damage, so...
Yeah. And for those following along at home, Determination, anytime you're dealt a face-up damage card with the pilot, basically subtext on it, you can immediately flip it over. So cancels any pilot-based crits, which, you know what, I'll bet 1 out of every 10 games that comes in real handy. And maybe this is one of them.
It absolutely can be a big deal. And I'm really intrigued here. I'll be curious to see how they approach each other. The TIE Swarm v TIE Swarm list is always really interesting because that first strike can just make such a difference. Without any shields on most of your ships, first strike can be just enormous.
Yeah, massive. We see Dallas's Dark Curse over here really cruising off solo and going to run some interference. Remember, Dark Curse is what I think it ships at range 1 can't evade. Is that right? Or is it, I'm sorry, use focus or reroll hits? I'm going to actually go to the drawing board and make sure that we get that one right because it's very important. And then on the other side, Backstabber, of course, Backstabber. You can't deny Backstabber.
He's great to send off by itself and kind of disrupt the flow of the maneuver of the other player. And he can really cause some pain because you can't really focus on him. You kind of have to stay in formation. It really provides some issues, especially in a Rebel v Imperial game.
Absolutely. So Dark Curse coming in when he's defending, I had him backwards. Ships attacking cannot spend focus tokens or reroll attack dice. So he's fairly safe there with 3 evade. And
that's a huge play against other TIE Swarms because they run Howlrunner. Generally, most of the cheaper TIE fighters are going to focus. So you pretty much shut them down and make attacking Dark Curse not very attractive.
And that's good.
That's what you want.
However, it does mean that Howlrunner potentially taking more heat. And in these battles, is it a game of who can kill Howlrunner first? That's really the question that I have.
I mean, it can be. I think there's a lot of ways to counter a TIE swarm. One of which is, I mean, if you can get Howlrunner off the board, fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, you want to do that. But, I mean, he's got stealth device. He's going to be pretty hard to hit with a standard TIE fighter because he's going to be rolling 4 defense dice until he gets hit against 2 attack dice, let alone range. So, I mean, you know, take away the reroll or take away ships, the closer Academy pilots that you can blow up pretty quick. Another, I think, just huge aspect of it is if you can clog up their lanes and mess up their formation.
Yeah.
Because Howlrunner's not as good if all your ships aren't in formation.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
So I don't think you necessarily have to get rid of Howlrunner. You want to. But I think disrupting their maneuvers is potentially just as interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point for certain. And whenever you have 2 TIE swarms facing off, it's just, boy, there's just a lot of dice flying on the table, and they can come up a lot of different ways.
And the board can get clogged quick.
Oh yeah,
it can be a nightmare. So it's really interesting.
Look at these formations we have going on here. We've got a nice little, pretty much just a box up there for David. I'm interested to see how that breaks off and what it does. We now see Dallas kind of showing his true colors here, looking at that checkerboard pattern on the left side. And of course, Dark Curse still off doing his own thing. Backstabber taking the same kind of approach, gonna poke around and try to pick off some things, maybe just get in the way, disrupt plans. And we're gonna have David closing in here too, so we're gonna get to see some action pretty quick. And I think Dark Curse is gonna be in the action before he maybe wants to. Yeah, I'm interested to see where he ends up here.
Yeah, you know, I may or may not be a fan of the TIE Swarm. But
I feel like you're not, ultimately.
I mean, I don't know. You get kind of tired of seeing, it's just so many ships and so many dice. But I will say, I love watching good TIE Swarm players maneuver because it takes me straight into the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
These formations, like the ability to pre-plan out the turn and stay in formation is so awesome. And I really respect that. I wouldn't want to go through a long tournament having to do that, but it's still, I mean, it's pretty awesome when you see these formations happening.
Yeah, and look at them come in like they went to the same academy or something, you know? It's quite the sight here.
They may have gone to the same academy. It's the truth.
And doing kind of the same thing with their Howlrunners, almost identical here. Look at this approach. Just 2 wings coming in. And I'm interested if Backstabber or Dark Curse, which is the better choice. I want to say Dark Curse has the advantage in this particular matchup because I feel like it was included for this particular matchup. But at the same time, he's just a TIE fighter that's a little harder to hit, whereas Backstabber can lay on a lot more offense than your standard TIE.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's defense versus offense. That's the choice that you make there. Backstabber's offensive and Dark Curse is defensive.
Boy, he's being awfully bold there with Dark Curse, just lining it up.
He's hanging. And curious to see what Backstabber does here.
Yeah. Take an early
Oh, he's getting out of here.
He's out.
He didn't buy into it. That's hilarious.
I think Dark Curse is just kind of lined up to take some shots. Now, if he can return fire and potentially start to tear this formation up, it's going to pay off. But he's also going to be taking a lot of heat here.
It's really funny how similar these starts are.
Howlrunner rolls right into formation there. And of course, focus all over the table. Howlrunner coming in, and we were all surprised.
Shocker.
Look at this. Look at this match. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's an interesting move. I think it was ultimately the right choice to not send Backstabber into that formation. He's not really going to get his bonus for a little while. I'm kind of surprised he didn't sneak him around the outside of the board, going way down south. But we'll see if that Backstabber comes back in the end.
I think we can plan on that. I think we can count on some shenanigans.
Looks like we have
Dark Curse shooting over there at an Academy pilot.
Yep.
Hitting a focus.
I think he's deciding whether to spend that focus or not.
Boy, that's a tough choice.
That's a big decision.
You don't want to lose a tie this early.
If he uses it now, that also means he won't have it on defense.
Yeah, he's going to use it. He got a crit and a hit here.
I think it's a good decision.
Well, you came to play. 2 evades. So what would you expect? You know, 2 on 4 using that focus. Maybe should have held it for the evade there. Odds are that... I don't know, though. If you land a crit that early,
yeah, if
that's
you can,
pretty serious.
If you can hit that crit, that's a big move. And there's only going to be so many shots here on the Dark Curse. Not getting to reroll any of the dice. It'll be range 3. It's 2v4. I feel pretty comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think he's going to get 3 shots here, though. But we do have range 3 on all those, so assuming the dice go well. But when you have 3 shots to have those evade dice not come up well, they're probably going to do it at least once.
It's true. It is a dice game. Let's see what happens. Rolling 2. And
well,
we get blanks.
Good start.
That's a good start. Oh, man. Shuffle the dice harder. Looks like you got 1 hit.
1 hit, and here we go for the evade. No evade.
No evade. Wow. Hey, he had it coming. He had 1 damage coming.
So the focus ultimately not mattering there.
That is crazy. Yeah, that's the nature of the game, though. I mean, sometimes you roll no hits, no evades, and damage is taken. That's what makes running those TIE fighters kind of risky. No shields to absorb unfortunate rolls, and that could have gone really bad there for Dallas had David's dice not just totally failed him on the attack.
Imagine if that's a crit instead of a hit. I mean, that's...
Yeah, that could be major.
Some serious damage. Now where does Backstabber go is the question. He's just going to K-turn and come behind his bros, or?
K-turn wouldn't be bad. He'd probably get within 1 of Dark Curse.
We're going for it here. Dallas is saying, yes, please.
He's going for it, but he's not going for it too hard.
No, they're feeling each other out a little bit here.
I'd really be curious to do some serious dice math here. But I haven't done that, so I'm not going to. But just comparing the pilot skills and the dice rolled and like the averages of damage, and if it's really going to make a huge difference to be able to shoot first, I'm sure there are some very smart people out there who can do math on this encounter right here, and
would love to do it.
And would love to do it. Maybe we'll see a blog or something on the side about it. But I don't know. Is it just throwing dice at each other, or are there significant differences enough to affect the odds?
I think this is where those Obsidians really make a difference.
I think on at this range, yes.
The Alpha Strike here is really what matters.
I think the next turn, the Academy pilots are actually going to have the advantage, in my opinion, just because they can move first, clog up the lanes, and get to do their action. But if the dice go well here for the Obsidians, then this is what you want. I think this is the big turn. The sequence of the next 2 turns is going to totally determine who has the favorite odds.
I think if those Obsidians can get on top of some Academy pilots and just get them out, get their offense completely gone before they get a chance to shoot, that's going to certainly have an impact. And I think that's what David's hoping for. And that's why you put the Obsidians in there.
Absolutely. I'm really curious to see what happens.
And I was kind of doubting it at first, but I like where Dark Curse is here. This gives a pretty good angle, and if nothing else, it makes David feel a little cramped here on his options. Like, do I fully commit to this approach of the other TIE squad and leave myself open from behind? It looks like that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, and that's kind of a lot of times in TIE Swarm, you'll see a ship going off in a direction, and you kind of basically pincer the opponent, where you have them from 2 angles, and you can't send 6 TIE fighters at 1 TIE fighter. That's just not, you won't have enough shots later in the game. So it's a really, as far as the Backstabber v Dark Curse in this match, who's done better positioning so far? Dark Curse is in the better spot.
Definitely, and imagine if he was Backstabber right now. Of course, David wouldn't really have the luxury of doing these maneuvers I think that he's doing, or he's going to take an obvious pot shot here. And I think Howlrunner's in the crosshairs. Even just a lucky, 2 crit shot on Howlrunner can win you the game. You got to take that shot.
That could absolutely be the game.
All right, so we're going to...
Looks like we may still have a shot on Dark Curse there with that maneuver.
Clog the lane on purpose.
See what Dark Curse does.
Let's see what he's going. He's coming right in here. And that's a great little maneuver.
That's where you want to be. It's going to be good. It's going to be good for multiple turns. We'll
Looks
see
like
where
Academy Pilot number 1 might be eating some dust here.
I'm also curious where Howlrunner ends up here on the red player's side.
Yeah,
because that could be a range 1 or 2 Howlrunner shot as well.
Where's David gonna go? And Backstabber effectively, maybe Backstabber's gonna confront Howlrunner or Dark Curse over there. We could see a wide turn here, kind of get him into position.
That'd really be exactly what you want.
Yeah, I think that's
the old solo pilots running into each other.
Yeah, there he goes. He's gonna give himself a shot here. See if he gets in action.
Looks like he fits.
I think he slots in. And he's even gonna have Howlrunner support, although it's not usable on Dark Curse, so this is the kind of shootout that maybe Dark Curse is looking for.
I think he may have taken an evade token there.
Yeah, looks like he did.
I think that's a good decision.
Here come the Howls.
I'm shocked at this maneuver.
Staying well clear on the far side. Gonna avoid a good majority of the combat.
Yeah, it's
on the other end.
Some really interesting choices here. A lot of times the Howlrunner for Dallas on the left side would be in the 4 position, where the 4 is, so that all your ships are definitely in range 1. But obviously that puts you in potential range of more shots. So him being a little more conservative and getting him as basically in the far corner is an interesting choice. I don't know what the right decision is, but I know that a lot of players like to get Howlrunner in the middle.
Howlrunner just colliding there with pilot numero 5. Not going to have an action there. Do you take this shot with an exposed Howlrunner? It's range 2. I think it's range 2.
As stealth device. I think my question is going to be, does the 1, 3, and 5 on Dallas's side have a range 3 shot there or not? And yeah. I think they may be out of range.
Ooh, Dark Curse 2 hits on tie number 2.
Number 2. Very nice. That's what you want. Didn't have to spin the focus, and now he has it for defense. Forcing the opponent to focus here if he doesn't want to take damage. Looks like a hit and a focus. Or evade and a focus.
Yeah, we'll take the evade.
Yep.
And he's going to take it out. So Dark Curse at least clearing out here, and that's going to leave fighter number 2 there, I think, in the crosshairs of this approaching TIE Swarm.
Absolutely.
Howlrunner range 2 on Dark Curse. Can't re-roll.
Rolling 3 dice here. 2 dice, excuse me.
1 hit, 2 evades. Sticking around.
That Dark Curse choice is really interesting. I'm a fan. Looks like maybe going for the number 2 pilot. He's out of the firing arc, so oh, it's Dark Curse. He wouldn't get a bonus anyway.
There he is.
Focus fire. Very.
There it is. 2 hits. 1 evade.
Very nice.
And the focus already blown off by Howlrunner in that first exchange. So
important to note that Howlrunner did target that TIE fighter. And I think that's the right choice. I think focus fire is so huge. In a TIE Swarm v TIE Swarm match, if you can get up 1 or 2 ships, it can really make a huge difference.
All right, 1 hit against that Dark Curse, and we've got 1 evade. Taking care of it, no problem. Still holding on to a focus. And now this is where those Obsidians come in very significantly. Now we've got the Obsidians going.
And what you really, I mean, the goal here, obviously blowing up ships and doing damage, but even getting Dallas to have to spend his focus on the defense really provides a lot of protection.
2 hits on number 3 there, so he's going to take 1 damage.
Looks like he's taking it.
Another Obsidian. Looks to be range 2. Going to check it out.
All right, let's see if other damage is done. Hitting a focus. Big decision.
Now,
whether
yeah,
he's
now we
focus or
have
not.
to choose here.
I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll with Howlrunner.
Re-rolling with Howlrunner.
Seems like a good decision.
1 hit. Yep.
I think that's
1 hit,
ultimately
1
the right
evade.
decision there. I mean, he could have used the focus to guarantee 2 hits, but I think I'd rather take another shot at rolling and not have to spend the focus.
Final Obsidian. Reroll, gets a hit, not going to spin the focus. Looks like I think I could spin that focus there. I don't think 3 is going to get in the crosshairs anytime soon.
Yeah, I think number 2 is going to be the target until it's gone. So you can probably be a little more aggressive with the other ships, honestly.
Yeah, Obsidian's not really doing much that turn.
It really is rough, the TIE Swarm v TIE Swarm, because the 2v3. He's
spinning the focus, 2 hits, no evades.
Wow.
He's out.
Gone.
Big, big, big.
That's a huge advantage there. Man, that's big.
That is
That is truly unfortunate.
significant.
I mean, you probably want at least 1 or 2 more attacks to have to go to that ship to lose it, but Howlrunner, wow.
2 hits.
Looks like he's got a
1
focus.
evade, 1 focus, I believe.
All right, taking a focus, so he's still going to take a damage.
I think he's evade focus there.
Okay.
So he's solid. And now range 2 from tie number 1. Is that 2 crits?
That is rough. Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, 2 crits coming up. Let's see what we get.
Damaged cockpit. Pilot skill 0. And then it looks like we've also got an injured pilot going on. And that's scary. All players ignore the pilot ability in all of your elite talent upgrade cards. That's not going to affect, I don't think, that tie whatsoever.
No, that could have gone a lot worse. Dallas really hoping for a direct hit there. But he's going to, I think he's shooting him again here with another ship, so.
Double hit and one more TIE fighter down. Boy.
Wow.
Sometimes these TIE Swarm games just turn in a heartbeat, and Dallas got to be feeling great right now.
Man, that is exactly what you want. That is rough. It really, to me, removes most of David's ability to get in there and get in the way of the formation of Dallas, because he just doesn't have enough ships anymore.
Yeah, at this point, they're dropping pretty hard.
And what's awful is that the turn isn't over.
There are more shots. Dark Curse in good position here. The tie's well spaced.
Oh, my word.
Hit and a crit.
Those dice are loaded. I'm calling it. All right,
there's the
let's get
evades.
some evades. Those odds are really poor. 2v4, even 2v3 to get that many hits. That is rough.
And back over to the academies. At number 3, fully loaded with a focus. Howlrunner's going to re-roll that one. 2 hits. That's what you expect.
All right, so he's taking a damage.
Take a damage. That's a 2nd damage on Academy Pilot number 3. So the damage is showing up, but it seems to be a slower clip, of course, than Dallas is laying it on.
That is rough. So we have David has 2 ships down. He has an Academy Pilot with 1 damage on it. Dallas has 3 total damage on his ships.
And Dallas is now just pushing this advantage. He's going to get all in the way.
Yep.
It's maximizing the numbers game here, and I think, again, I'm starting to love Dark Curse here. I'm starting to love, not necessarily because of his ability, but just because
this matchup is huge
of what he's doing here.
Yeah.
This is the pincer of pincers, and I think he'll easily get a range 1 shot on something. The question is, will he have an action to use in getting there? And I'm going to say, yeah. I think those pilots are going to be moved out.
I think what's really, I mean, that last turn was so unfortunate for David because I think that was the turn the Obsidians had the advantage.
They had to use it. They had to take advantage there.
He lost. He definitely did not win that exchange. And then now Dallas gets to go in a turn where I think he has the advantage. He gets to move first. He's going to be in formation. He gets to take his actions. It's going to be really tough for David not to collide.
There's no good maneuvers here for David.
It's terrible. It's a really unfortunate positioning. So we'll see what happens. But I've got a feeling we see a lot more David ships gone off the board this turn. You can't. How do you not collide here?
Yeah,
and then you're out of formation.
I can't think of a way.
And
actually.
that second row of Dallas's is going to just tear into you.
Yeah. And Dallas Carefully placing the ships, looking great. Good looking formation. Focus all over the board.
One thing that's worth noting here, just about X-Wing in general, is I think Dallas is huge in the lead right now, but I also think that this game turns on a dime.
It does.
One bad turn of dice totally just can blow things up. The game is not over till all the ships are off the board, so this exchange is huge.
Ooh, 4K turn off the Academy pilot here.
I don't think he's going to clear it.
Boy, that's about as close as it comes. I think they're calling the clear.
I think they're going to move this ship so they can really guarantee that he clears. Because if he clears, that's huge. Just astronomically big. I don't think he's going to, though. Maybe he does.
Yeah,
wow.
He clears it there.
That is huge.
That's exactly the kind of turn that you need.
Wow. He's going to take a stress, but, I mean, he's getting a range 1 shot. I've got a feeling I know where Howlrunner's going to end up as well.
Yeah.
So that could be just massive.
Very good maneuvering by David. You can't ask for better, and I think he's going to be doing the same thing, but
wow.
Looks like he's not going to quite make it, and I mean, it's worth taking the shot. Why not? In case Dallas moves a little bit harder, you get behind him. If he doesn't, then you end up in the same spot you'd be in anyway.
Yep. I think it's absolutely the way to do it. That is crazy.
That is a bad joke. You're a bad person.
That's where you want to be.
Well, it's certainly not as bad as it could be.
Yep. And, you know, colliding with those ships is nice because that first row won't be able to shoot you. And
yeah.
you'll still be able to shoot back at that second row.
I'm still a little worried about that second row at range 1 just
lighting you up.
Just lighting it up, yeah. Of course, we knew this was coming, right? There's no surprises here.
Yeah.
And he's going to miss this one.
Sometimes you just have to give yourself the best odds, and that's all you can do. If that Howlrunner ends up where I think Howlrunner is going to end up, that's actually not awful. He's going to have a lot of potential range 1 shots there. And kind of being behind, it may be worth just going for it. Going for the Howlrunner and hoping you can get him.
that could certainly swing the game. Obsidian number 5. Ooh, there it is. And
this is classic tie swarm.
Classic
tie swarm, by the way. It's
classic.
bumper cars in the middle of the map.
We're going to have to pay a lot of attention here.
Thank goodness for those numbers.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
gotta say, more props to.
Imagine playing this game because you don't have the numbers.
Yeah.
Blah.
Yeah. Props to the video magician that is Jonathan. Nice little. Is that a K turn?
Yeah, it was a K turn. Solid move. He's right there. Backstabber's backstabbing Dark Curse there, really.
I mean, if you look at this thematically, you have Dallas's forces appear to be cool and collected. David's forces are now scrambling. They are going crazy and just flying around and trying to get it done. And it looks like he's not going to make it here. So there we go. Howlrunner a little behind. Not going to get an action. Not going to get a shot. And I'm wondering if David actually wanted Howlrunner to kind of peek in there and get in range of some of these ships.
I mean, you get a nice, in range, but you also at this point, Howlrunner's not within range 1 of all the ships, so the rerolls aren't going to happen.
Yeah, that's nice.
So really, that 4K turn on the 1 red ship was so big, either way, because you either get a one range shot against Howlrunner or keep Howlrunner out of formation, which will be a problem later on in the game.
All right, Dallas's Howlrunner going first. This is very, for a top 4 match, man. We've seen a lot of top 4 matches in a lot of different games. This is the most kind of friendly and casual I think I've ever seen it between these two guys. And
honestly, it's the nature of X-Wing, man.
Yeah, it's the nature of X-Wing.
It's just awesome.
I gotta say, there's just the way the community has developed itself, and there's a lot of people to credit for that, is truly kind of a remarkable thing. I've not really seen that in a miniatures game, or really any game, and props to everyone involved in that, players and community leaders and whatnot. And everyone in the top 4, of course.
Looks like Dark Curse is aiming at number 5. Gets 2 hits. 1 evade, so it looks like he'll be taking a damage.
2 and 1 evade, so 1 damage going to number 5. I think that was that Howlrunner's shot.
Yeah, that was Howlrunner shooting number 5.
And now we go over to David's Howlrunner. And everyone, now, is it official canon that Howlrunner is a female?
I believe that is the case.
Okay, because everyone keeps referring to she, and I didn't know if that was like a, you know, I call my boat a lady kind of thing, or if it's actually...
No, I'm about 100% sure she's a female.
Oh, and
it looks like she failed.
Just a focus. Complete misses.
I think David would benefit if he switched dice with Dallas.
Yeah, that would be okay. Dallas's Dark Curse. 1 hit. And well evaded.
Again, important there that, you know, Howlrunner of Dallas is out of range to get those rerolls, so that's a huge factor.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider they all have focus, so you reroll into the focus even. It's pretty rough.
Looks. I think Backstabber's the next shot going on here.
He's got a pretty good shot.
Which one is he going for? Yeah, number 3 looks tasty.
I feel like Dark Curse, while you're rolling this many dice, he doesn't have any focus. It looks like he's going after Dark Curse.
Yeah.
You don't have focus to reroll. You may as well go for him.
Looks good. Ooh.
Oh wow! If only he had focus.
Could really use a focus. Well, I suppose he can't use it anyway if it's Dark Curse. So, is that just 2 evades? That's 2 evades Dallas just threw down there. Wow.
Wow.
On fire here.
That's the turn, really. I mean, you need to hit that. That's your 4v3.
David, can't you try harder?
Yeah, roll harder.
Roll harder, please. David seems like a real class act, by the way. He's hilarious.
He is hilarious.
If you guys get a chance, just
he's
listen.
discussing splitting fire here, which is his favorite activity. Also known as his least favorite.
Yeah, a little sarcasm.
But I mean, that's such a huge part of the game, is forcing your opponent into situations where they're dividing their fire. You know, a lot of times you feel like if you're taking damage, you're losing, but that really doesn't matter as long as the ship's still on the board.
Yeah, if you're still able to throw dice with it, it's valuable. I'd like to see Academy Pilot number 3 off the board here. He's got 2 damage on him. Getting him at least clearing out some room here would be nice.
3 hits. I don't know what he was shooting, but he got 3 hits. He's going to focus for 2 evades. So I think he may be
we'll see where the damage
damage
goes here.
Maybe no damage.
Did we just become best friends?
I think he got them both.
No.
That's terrible.
No, stepbrothers. They're there. I think that's the only shot.
All right, looks like number 5 is shooting a Howlrunner.
Yeah, I think that's all he's got.
It's rough.
There's a 1 hit.
Howlrunner for a focus, which is going to do nothing.
Gonna do nothing.
Only rolling 4 dice.
And there's some evades.
That's tough. Tough love. Now it's time for Dallas to return the fire.
I feel like this is where things are going to really go downhill. Of course, not exactly an eerily accurate prediction here. I think anyone could probably come up with that one. This is where things are going to go poorly.
You're saying you want to blow the opponent's ships
Oh
up.
my gosh.
Looks like 2 crits and a hit, or 3 crits?
I think that's 3 crits, yeah.
I got it.
It's kind of the story of the game.
I don't even need the crits.
1 evade.
Yeah.
Let's see, that guy, he explodes a little bit, and then he's also stunned.
All right, down another ship. So he's down 4 ships to 7.
This is not looking good.
That is tough. And Dallas is just getting warmed up. I think he's still got 3 shots left. Maybe 4.
Wow, yeah. I think he's got 4 shots.
Yeah, he does. And David doesn't really have any focus to speak of. So he's going after the Howlrunner. This is the opportunity.
Man, when you're Dallas right now, you just have to be feeling good.
Looks like we got 3 hits for the focus on Howlrunner, who's rolling 4 dice.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That is unbelievable. David,
Howlrunner
I am
gone.
so sorry.
Wow.
This is the worst time for your dice just to give out.
Oh my. It does happen. And it's part of the game, and his dice have carried him this far, and sometimes just not what you want.
Boy, that is a heartbreaker. The chances just, I mean, if you're looking at the odds here, I think David's down to about 1%. That's not
If that. I mean,
that's
this
not
is rough.
science. There's no real science or math involved in that.
This is
but,
me throwing numbers at the screen.
But I'm gonna tell you, I think 1% is maybe kind of generous here.
I mean, the thing is, the turn's not even over.
And he's gonna re-roll with
One hit.
Howlrunner. Oh no, he can't. Evaded.
At least there's that.
Maybe Dark Curse will carry this one home.
This is rough. This is so rough.
Yeah, it's.
And you have all of David's ship have a stress token on them, so they're going to have to be doing green maneuvers to not stay stressed. It's really going to limit what's possible here.
And another shot coming down the pipe. Academy.
Yep. Looks like he's range 1, rolling 3 dice. Oh my
Goodness.
Sweet Lord.
Gracious. 2 hits and a crit there.
Oh, he evaded something.
2 evades.
So he's only taking a
He's
crit.
taking a crit. That's actually good. He's blinded.
Oh man, so he doesn't attack next turn. Yeah, this is I want to know. We can hear the players talking, and David is a pro sport here. This is about as bad as it can go, and this is the highest level you can compete at. So
Yeah.
the way he's taking this is very very respectable.
I mean, at a certain point, you got to the top 4. You're obviously one of the best in the country, if not the world, at X-Wing. And, you know,
you got to be happy about it.
Things happen. That's when you just kind of relax a little bit and you say, you know, I got as far as the TIE Swarm dice would take me, really.
It is crazy. So it looks like you get 1 hit on this attack. We'll see. I've got a feeling we'll see evades and spades.
2 evades.
Yeah. It's more evades than David has rolled all game long.
It looks about right, yeah.
Look at all those unused focus, too.
I love the, I think maybe you should coin evades and spades.
Evades and spades?
Yeah, I like that one.
I'm doing it. I'm going to make a shirt.
And we're trying to retrieve the focus token here.
Sometimes it can be difficult.
This is a classic.
That's fantastic. Look at this.
Unfazed. Unfazed here.
It's funny how easy it is to bump these ships, and 1 degree off here is a world of a change in the next 3
Yeah.
maneuvers, but I don't know that we'll have 3 more turns left.
Just saying, I mean.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. They ran over, so that you guys agreed to go to the finals. Congratulations. Good.
And David is going to just scoop it up here. And
That's so respectable. They just got word that Paul, who made the finals already in the other game, has a flight to catch.
Yeah.
And because this game is more or less over, David went ahead and scooped so they can get on to the next game and start it, so hopefully Paul can catch his flight. It's, again, one of the best sports I've seen in any game ever.
It's just
fantastic.
exactly what we're talking about with this community. Cheers, hats off, David, and well played, Dallas. Both these guys, top competitors, top 4. What more can you say? And we're going to see Dallas's TIE Swarm with Academy pilots all over the place facing off against Paul.
Yep.
Which will be interesting, his B-Wing list.
Absolutely.
And I cannot wait to see that. It's sure to be a stormer. We don't have 2 TIE Swarms in the finals. That's fantastic. We're going to see some serious Rebel versus Imperial action.
We'll see if the Rebels can win one.
We'll see it. So join us for the finals. It'll be posted up here pretty quick. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to keep us on the air, then why don't you go grab a set of our Covenant templates. We just released a new iteration, and they are, well, we think they're phenomenal, of course. If you want to watch Zach and I talk about them in a video, just go on over to teamcovenant.com/templates. You can find it there, and we'll tell you why you need them.
Along with pretty much everything else you could want for X-Wing.
Everything else you could want. Imperial Ace is on pre-order. It keeps getting pushed back on the release, but
we will have them one day.
We will have it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next great X-Wing video, the finals, Paul versus Dallas. We'll see you then.